We are live with the Silver Screen Savants horror review number 10 with Monster Island. Monster Island is a horror movie that I believe came out this year, but then I'm seeing it came out last year as well. So I don't know. Actually, is it released last year?
2025. It's this year.
Okay, because it's the Japanese, I think it's called Oregon,
it could have been released overseas first, which does happen occasionally, but in America we'll get it like later. So we have to go by America because that's where we are.
Oh, okay. And this is your pick, I think, this week. In fact, like you said.
Well, it's considered my pick, but I think it's one that Tony wanted to do. That's why he's here. So basically, it's, kind of a retelling of the Creature of the Black Lagoon. So we have like a group interest into this particular film. So, but just so you don't lose track of your picks, it's under my pick.
Yes.
He gets jealous if I have too many picks over his.
No, I don't. But I think this is an interesting movie. You get a World War II aspect. That's where the setting, I believe, takes place before they go to the island. They're prisoners of war, I think, is the best way to describe it. The two main characters are prisoners of war, and they've got this bad captain. I think they kill the captain. I can't remember. And all hell breaks loose after that part because they escape eventually to the island. They are there. That's where the boat, apparently all the sailors that were on the ship drowned. There's a lot going on in this movie. And they have this cool creature. You can see it in the corner on the thumbnail. Yeah.
Not there.
Yeah. Yeah. But the creature is pretty unique and different than, I like the creature design. Some people said on critics, said it's like The Shape of Water, but darker. I've never seen that movie myself. That movie kind of intrigues me a little bit.
It's a lot different than this.
Yeah.
But it's Del Toro, so it's got some very cool visuals and stuff like that in it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. But I do think you have to compare it to the Creature from the Black Lagoon in a sense as well. I've never seen the Creature from the Black Lagoon. It's one that I want to see at some point in the future. I've seen other Universal monsters, so I kind of know. I've seen clips and stuff from it, so I kind of know who the Gill Man is. He's an amphibious creature. The design of this creature and the Gill Man is kind of similar in a sense also. I like
the interesting thing about this film, aside from the Creature from the Black Lagoon point of view, is, and I'm sure Tony probably caught it too, is that there are moments that remind you of Predator. There are moments, if you've ever seen the movie Enemy Mine, it has a little bit of that going on with the characters involved and whatnot. And then you have, in some ways, like a little bit of Skull Island in this. And so there's just a lot of different things that are going on there, which is pretty interesting. What movie has he not seen? The Creature from the Black Lagoon. He has not seen that.
Yeah. Or is he mean what movie have you not seen? Like not seen.
Yeah, it's more like just you have to start asking, what have you seen?
Yeah, what have you seen?
I like how it's a World War II setting, though, and then it transfers into an island. I get like a Godzilla kind of vibe when you're introduced to the creature in a sense, because you don't know what kind of creature this is. You just think, oh yeah, it's just an ordinary creature and stuff. But no, it's not. It's a carnivore. It's like wanting to kill you. It's like, this is my territory, and I'm going to defend it. I'm going to kill those people that get on the place.
Well, special effects was pretty good in this. I enjoyed like the head ripping off and shit like that.
Yes. When I saw that, I'm like, oh gosh, this is interesting.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like that at first.
Right.
Like, oh shit.
Now, I don't know about you, but the one thing that kind of like bummed me out a little bit is having the creature walk around in the daylight. Like that was a little weird to me because as an amphibian or half amphibian hybrid, and because of where it actually we'll talk later about what it's actually a family oriented creature. It's in like dark places, so I was a little surprised that they would put this thing out in the open like it did in the daylight. That kind of shocked me, but I was like, I think it would have hurt its eyes a little bit because considering what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know. Maybe it could stay out so long. Maybe it goes back into that cave because it's like damp and stuff. Maybe it helps with the eyes because that's where that special thing was. So
special thing.
But I don't know. I guess you're not supposed to think of that either.
One thing I will say about the creature is it's practical. It's not CGI'd. It's there's a suit actor for it, and that's something.
Well, they did both. There was some CGI in there, and not so much with the creature itself, but they did a good job with the crocodile. But you saw, of course, when the creature like does the whole Kong thing with the crocodile's jaws, like that was CGI done, but for the most part,
look
pretty
good,
cool. Yeah, it worked.
That crocodile scene, I was like, oh, I thought it was going to be like a bear. And it's that I was like, oh my God. And it just like is looking at him, just goes down. Like, wow, did he just dodge a bullet? But
that was the other thing too, is like the chemistry between the two characters, the American prisoner and Sato and Bronson, like they did very well together. It actually made it more, I won't say emotional because I didn't really like tear up or anything with this, but I did like that they approached it to where these two guys, again, this is sort of like the enemy mine thing where they became friends. They were enemies who became friends and had to work together to try to survive the island.
I just found this out when looking this up on the movie that Alan Maxson, he was in Godzilla King of the Monsters. He portrayed the creature in the American version of the film.
Oh,
he is. I'll have to look up who he is in that now.
It definitely got
there's
enemy mine vibes too.
Yep.
What did you find, Alvin?
Here, I'll show a picture of.
Man, all you guys are getting sick. You better stay away from me on these mics.
If I can pull a picture. Google's being finicky because these are like web links.
Yeah.
Pictures.
I usually have to get a converter. I hate that shit so much. I don't know why they did that. It's so tedious.
Yeah.
So there was. What's cool is he showed behind the scenes photos of the actor on his on Bloody Disgusting. Bloody Disgusting has an article, and I think this came out. Yeah, this came about 3 months ago. That the actor. Okay, so he was Ghidorah in King of the Monsters.
Oh, okay. He looks different in this one.
He was in
way different.
he was also in Dune. I think he was Sandworm in that movie.
A sandworm?
Yeah, so it says, this article says Alex Maxon is no stranger to playing monsters, from King Ghidorah in King Ghidorah in Godzilla King of the Monsters to the Dune Sandworm at this year's Academy Awards. He's even a part of the Bloody Disgusting extended family with appearances in VHS Beyond and Creeping Death.
See, that's weird because like a lot of those monsters are all CGI. So I'm wondering what they mean when he says that he's actually being Ghidorah. Like, at what point? I'd be curious to know.
I think he's one of the heads of Ghidorah, because I don't know if you're familiar, but with Ghidorah and King of the Monsters, there were different actors that played the heads of Ghidorah in the movie.
I guess to give him some sort of mannerisms, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's what it would be.
Makes sense.
Unless he had like the balls on him, like the green screen thing.
Can we ask him if he was Kevin? The really dumb head.
Here, I got a picture.
There's a dumb head.
Well, yeah, Kevin was the one that was like always getting picked on by the other two heads, so they just nicknamed him Kevin.
Well, here, this is Alex Maxon in the center, right here with the monster head, and then this is, I guess, director and somebody else. I'll have to get the caption better so you can. But something about the creature, it's blurred out. So, all right, let me go. Okay, so it's creature suit tech Bruce Mitchell, actor Alan Maxon, and creature designer Alan Holt on the set of Monster Island is what the caption says.
Mm-hmm.
Maxon has been in a lot of like creature stuff, so that's interesting. I'd never heard of the actor until this movie. He's in Dune 2, Sandworm.
Cool. Well, I like his work.
Yeah,
He's also
suit. It almost looks like a superhero suit, like in the abs and that.
Oh, excuse me.
He agrees.
Yeah.
Or you're going out of tune, right? Ready, bud.
Wise.
But he's in a lot of monster stuff, like Monster Island. He was in Land of Darkness, Transmission, Creeping Death. A lot of
Creeping Death.
Expedition Files, Critters All You Can Eat. I don't know if that's one.
I might have saw that one.
That came out in 2023.
That might have been. I saw a Critters one some time ago.
Yeah, didn't they make a new Critters?
Yeah,
it's a short.
They made. Yeah, well, they made a Critters movie. Well, you probably can't be in the right state of mind to watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This movie stars Dean Fujioka. Calum Woodhouse, Alan Maxon are the names that are. Calum Woodhouse was Bronson. Dean is Psycho. Alan Maxon is the creature. Okay, so there's two different creature actors in the movie.
Oh.
So one was Orang Ikan. I believe that is the first creature. That's the one that Maxon portrayed, and that's the one where in the scene where Maxon has the knife, has the creature's on top of Maxon when you see him, pinning him to the ground.
Right.
Yeah.
That's Alex Maxon in that role in that picture because I'm looking at photos from IMDb, and they've got photos, and when you credited as playing, and then you have pictures from the movie with him in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also there was another one, Lucky Moninga. I don't know what orang that actress or actor played, but I would say that's the second. That could be the baby, because the creature has
actually, orang is like the Japanese term for the creature. That's the name they gave it.
Yeah. They say it's based off a myth, like a
could be.
So it could be it could be a cryptid.
Yeah,
that would make sense.
Yes. So Orang Ikan is Alex Maxon, and Orang Malayu is Lucky Moninga. And this. But I think the movie is pretty interesting with how they use practicality. Like, it's like, I don't know. I'm not as familiar with the Shudder stuff. If they use a lot of practicality in movies, maybe you or Tony can chime in, Anubis, on this. Did I use for
Shudder? I mean, they put out movies, but it's not really one way or the other. They just do whatever the director and how much budget they have. So sometimes they may have CGI, or sometimes they might just have practical effects. It depends on the director and stuff, because they do stuff that's not always American. They could do stuff that's Korean or whatever, but I don't think there's any like specific format that they follow.
So the director was a producer on Hitman Agent 47, the movie. That would be interesting to check out sometime. I'm kind of familiar.
I like the first Hitman.
I think
that was fun.
I think that's the first one. 2015.
I don't know. There's one called Hitman, and there's one that's a sequel, and I can't remember what that's called. I thought that might be 47, but might be the first one.
Buffalo Boys. This director was a producer on that. The Night Comes for Us from 2018. He's been
That's a fantastic movie.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
The Night Comes for Us.
Oh.
If it's what I'm thinking, it might be a horror film, but I'm thinking of the martial arts film.
Yeah. It was a Netflix movie.
Does it tell you who the actors are?
Eco.
Yep. Okay, that's my movie. Yep. That's a great movie. Eco Osts. Yep. Yeah. Joe Taslim. Yep.
He's a producer on that. He's been a director. What he's been directing is he directed Buffalo Boys. He did a couple other movies that I cannot pronounce if I'm going to read them. But he's been a writer, a producer on a lot of movies. So, I mean.
Well, tell us how you feel about the plot and the characters.
Okay. Yeah. So how do I feel on the plot? I feel the plot is interesting for this film because you have a World War II aspect for the movie, and then you have and then also you have the island aspect where you've got these other soldiers that come on the movie eventually as well, and they invade the movie, and they show up, and then one of the main characters kills some of the people that comes, and then also the monster kills some of these natives as well. sailors that come onto the island as well, and it's interesting, like you said, Anubis, with the monster ripping off the heads of these creatures, and these kills this creature does are interesting. They're unique. They're fresh. It's definitely a creature movie for sure. It's, I like the practicality of it also.
I think the one thing that I struggled with a little bit was, supposedly neither one could speak each other's language, but somehow they were able to understand each other pretty fast.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah, so they start getting along, and which is fine, because you gotta find a way for them to be able to work as a team. But they sure picked up on each other real fast about how they would,
I think
communicate.
I think because they were on the same boat and they same area, both captives and stuff. When I think that's how they know each other's language.
Well, the American guy doesn't know. They don't know each other's language.
Yeah,
they just kind of like hit here, like when he cut the chains, you like touching the thing, like here, whoo, like oh, okay, you want me to do it as hard as I can, and you kind of have to figure it out. Same thing like in Enemy Mine, they didn't know the language, but then they were stuck there for years, so they ended up learning the language.
So yeah, this is different though, because they're not quite there that long. So it's like,
he's speaking Drac.
Right.
That's a good movie.
But so that was one of the failings of, like, even though we're supposed to just kind of gloss over it, they just really didn't think that part through, because it takes a lot longer for people to kind of work and figure out how to communicate in a way that makes sense. But when it did, like I said, they had that moment where initially some other Japanese show up to the island, and they come up and Sato is like underneath the covers and stuff, and so they're thinking that, oh yeah, you're just one of us, and then they figure out he's like one of the prisoners that was considered a traitor. And Bronson's over in the bushes waiting, and then that's when, of course, the creature strikes, which is great. But I really, really like how it sort of got to the ending, because after the explosion, I thought, well, is that going to be it? Is that how it's going to end here?
Me too.
And then you get this moment with Sato and the samurai sword, which I thought, oh, this is cool. Okay, this is going to be fun.
Yeah.
And but then, of course, then there's this almost like this understanding between Sato and the creature, because if people don't know, obviously, are we giving away spoilers? Doesn't matter at this point.
I guess it doesn't really.
I mean, you can't really dance around it, because people got to know what the purpose of the creature is, and it sounds like to me that a lot of its anger is based upon its mate being killed, and it has a baby that's in a cocoon, or whatever you want to call it. So I think a lot of it's just probably during all the warring between America and Japan, it's it must have killed its mate when some of the soldiers fell on the island.
One thing I would like them to do with this movie, if they revisit this era, or if it ever gets a sequel or anything, I would like them to do a prequel, set up how the sailors meet before, and then you could go or another idea is I would like an origin story on this creature. I would like to see the creature's beginnings, just a fan idea in my head that I'm pulling out, a what if kind of scenario, but as a movie, I would like them to explore the universe of this monster, is there other monsters like this out there in that island? And all that stuff. There might be. You don't know. I mean...
Yeah, sequel could be Monsters Island. And there's other ones. That, of course, live underground.
Yeah, the funnier thing is that they would have, because they've always talked about Deep Rising, so like that's a movie that Tony didn't like too much, but they fall on that island, and it's like the talk back then was like, well, did they tie that into Kong Skull Island, or did they tie it into something else? And I'm like, well, if Tret was still around, you could almost tie it up with this film in some weird way, but he's no longer here with us, so
Yeah.
I can't really do that. But yeah, I mean, there's so many like monster type island stuff, but I don't know how they would tie it in with anything or do a prequel. I'm not even sure if this movie is gonna, like, even though you hear like a lot of people saying positive stuff about it, I'm just not sure if I feel like it's worthy of any kind of sequel or prequel at this point. Like, usually you save that for movies that do like really well.
We don't. You know what? One thing I'm curious now. Do we know how much it's made? And we don't know that stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't find much information on that part of it.
I think you're right about the. See, it seems like at first, like, the creature just attacked them just because that's a creature and that's what they do, and then you see the mate being that they were killed and they were there for a while because the flies are buzzing or whatever, bugs are flying around, and the paratrooper was there and he obviously killed the mate. She's pissed off, sees other people that look like this person that killed, and the first thing goes kill them, protecting the prize. That's because at first, that's 100% what I think too.
Yep, that's what at least that's what makes sense to me, because they go through a lot of trouble with the film to.
What do you think?
Halfway through to make you feel like that this creature can think. It's very smart, and that with the baby and everything, that it has like a family type of structure about its own race, its own creature abilities or whatever. So it doesn't shock me that they try to humanize the creature in some way.
Yeah. That creature was tough as shit too.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
which again kind of brings me back to like, okay, how the fuck did it survive the blast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree. I like how in the beginning the shows are transported. They're forced for labor, and the transports, they call them hell ships. Hell ships were humane and deadly, with many vessels mistakenly targeted by Allied forces. Over 30,000 Japanese and Allied personnel perished on these voyages.
Yep.
And then it jumps to 1944, which is, I guess, I don't know, I would have to look into the history books, but I think that's World War II era started then, or a little bit after. I don't know. I'm not a big history buff in that war, but because that's
definitely World War II.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know where in World War II that is, but it's part of the war.
I like one thing.
Well, they give you dates too, so it's like they get the island at this point. It's like 1945 or something. So,
one thing, you get to see the torture of the one guy of Saito in the beginning. Also, that's different. You don't really see. I don't know if you see a lot of torture in like the monster movies a lot with the main characters. Having to go through stuff.
By the way, not to cut you off, but World War II ended September 2nd, 1945.
So
I asked Siri.
So this would be a year before World War II ended.
Yeah, so like right at the end of the war.
Which is interesting. Saito is imprisoned upon a hell ship. It's called Arsan Maru. He is escorted to the brig office of the commander. The commander declares his sin of betraying his country is punishable by death. He explains that the higher-ups have ordered Saito to be returned to Japan. He'll be executed publicly as an example. Saito is aboard the ship. The commander decides to take matters into his own hands, and Bronson and Saito are basically escaped that night. And multiple aircraft take out the boat, and it causes...
That was actually very cool. I enjoyed that battle scene.
Mm-hmm.
Then the sub comes up with the torpedo. That was cool. But those planes were fucking sweet. I liked how they did that.
And the fight scene inside with the lights flashing and stuff, and the sounds of the punches. Yeah. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. I watched with my headphones on, so I could hear the poof, poof, you know? So I was like, wow, that sounds like real punch. It sounds like it hurts.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the fight scenes in that too, especially when they were fighting on the beach at first too with each other. I thought that was good too.
Oh yeah, that was actually really good choreography.
Yeah.
I like the island scene where they first arrive. They're both handcuffed, and the creature almost kills Bronson there in the water. And Saito, or I think it was Saito that saves Bronson there.
Yeah.
Bronson carries Saito to a beach on an unknown island, collapsing to him. Moments later, Saito wakes up, finds himself stranded, chained to a sleeping Bronson. He spots the body of a Japanese soldier washed ashore and retrieves a handgun. Saito pulls the slide, aiming to shoot the shackle. Bronson jolts awake. Bronson lunges and tempts Saito to death, strangled. Right as they're fighting, that's when you see the creature for the first time. It snatches Bronson, dragging him under. Bronson frees himself. When Bronson frees himself, and Saito spots the creature approaching Bronson, creature flees and vanishes into the sea. I would say we don't really know a weakness for the creature in a sense, but it's not kind bullets for sure. In the katana, I think the katana sword play that Saito did is interesting also.
Oh, I love that part.
Yeah.
There's that nice shot, again, in that final fight scene, where he manages to get a piece of the creature and it's dripping blood off the sword. I thought that's a really nice shot. Cinematography is very cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right when the soldier, the cave where the soldier enters is Alex Maxon, who attacks and kills him. That wants the soldier.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I didn't know this. Orang Ikan, or in the creature that is in the movie, it translates. It says in Malay and Indonesian mythology, Orang Ikan translates to fish man or fish person. It is a mythological creature resembling a humanoid with fish-like characteristics, often described as a fish man or merman. The creature appears in various Malay and Indonesian accounts and folklore as a mysterious aquatic entity. Stories of sighting the Orang Ikan have persisted for over a century, especially among fishermen. The creature is considered part of the broader folklore tradition of mythological sea creatures in the region, sharing similarities with mermaids and other humanoid sea beings, but with distant local cultural interpretations. So it's interesting for sure.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Tony and I did a movie earlier this year that he chose called Island of the Fisherman. It has a similar theme with creatures like this. So
that was a mess of a movie, but kind of fun.
Yeah.
I do like, though, that you can compare this movie to the Gill Man. You kind of see similarities.
When they first see him looking down at the island, it definitely, you could feel the Gill Man. Or I should say, the first time you see him looking down at the island, it's oh wow, look at the look on it. And then when Bronson's looking over at him, it looks more like him too. But then straight on, you could tell they have their own idea, obviously. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. The seemed like her mate got shot in the head and died with like 3 shells. But maybe males are weaker or smaller.
Yeah, I was curious about that too. And again, that kind of brings us back to that final fight because, Bronson's plan is to take this bomb that they had from one of the bomber planes that crashed on the island, and he's like, "We're gonna blow this thing up," because he also doesn't want this baby to be born because they're dangerous, like the creatures. But Bronson isn't really looking at it from like a humanoid standpoint. He just looks at it as like a monster. So he's telling Sato, we gotta take care of this and blow it up because it's either us or them. And so he sacrifices himself to blow it up, but then the creature survives and it chases Sato to the beach. And then Sato somehow with the blade really only cuts it here, like it's still surviving and he's ready to kill it. I'm like, well, why did that do so much damage opposing to the bomb? Like, I don't get that at all. Because I thought initially after the explosion, I thought there was yet another creature. Like, I thought there was more family.
Yeah,
that was coming for him. That's what I thought initially.
Like a younger, like a teenager or something.
Yeah. So I'm like, when it's the actual creature, I'm like, well, how the hell? And then all of a sudden this blade is putting this creature on its back. I'm like, I don't know. It's a little bit of a foobar there with the belief systems, but it's still a cool scene at the end on the beach. I really like that scene a lot. And I thought actually when he stabbed down, I thought he actually killed it. So that was one of those, oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah. I like the music for this movie. It has some interesting music, I would think, for a creature movie. Like, especially that war, the beginning of the movie has the bombings, are going off, and you hear that music. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's some interesting music.
Yeah. I mean, I can't ever remember like that, but I remember like hearing and thinking, oh, I guess it's good that I don't remember the music too well, because if it was bad, I would remember it. Like, I like Django Unchained a lot, but I don't think the rap song in it like fits, so it bothers me. But like this, it must have like been fine for me. You know what I mean? So like, I have no complaints about it.
I like how when you see the cap. I like when you see them break their chains. It's like the teamwork starts to work together with both of them. Mm-hmm. Survival, fighting against the creature. I know Bronson's actor has been in some other stuff as well. The director of the movie is Singaporean, and Bronson's actor has been in some stuff called All Creatures Great and Small. It's a TV series. One of Us. Raven's Hollow. The Durrells. Father Brown. Cold Feet. The Hoist. B&B, and Room 17 short. He directed the short, The Hoist.
Yeah, I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah. I had never really heard of any of the only one.
I think both actors did fine in this. I didn't have any problems. I actually liked their characters a lot in this.
I like the characters. I like the chemistry of this movie with the characters, their teamwork against these creatures. I feel sad, though, that Bronson is the sacrificial lamb in a sense, and he's the one that blows himself up, and you think, oh, that would kill the creature, like you guys have mentioned earlier. Yeah,
it sounds like kind of a waste now.
Right? He killed himself to kill the creature and the thing, and then he lets him go at the end.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry.
Well, I thought that was funny. It's like, okay, so he sacrifices himself for his friend, And then they decide, oh no, we can't have the American being the good guy. We got to get the Asian guy to go and kill, or at least beat this creature. And it's like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
But at least again, like I do like that the director at the very end, when he's been picked up by this American ship, that he's telling them like, Bronson was my friend, and at least appreciate, like they did recall that Sato appreciated Bronson for what he did while he was there. So it's like, at least they gave that. If they would have left it with him just passing out on the beach, I'd have been like, fuck you assholes.
Well, the very, very last shot of the movie, and if you don't want to know this is like the absolute last shot of the movie, so don't listen. But where you see the head look out and it goes, it's like, well, there's nothing for this creature on this island anymore. And that's where Sato is. And this thing could swim. So I'm thinking this thing's it's gonna be like Jason Takes Manhattan. This thing's gonna be like, heading to Japan or wherever Sato is, and maybe it'll cause some chaos. Predator 2 style. Because this is kind of Predator, right? This is kind of Predator.
I don't know, because like again, the way that I think there was
He's talking about.
I know. I think this, because the way they did it at the end, where Sato spares its life, like I think they want you to believe that this creature understands that, oh, this thing could have killed me and didn't. Mm-hmm. So it kind of runs back into the jungle, and I guess we're supposed to believe there's like this sort of like mutual respect between monster and human. That like, okay, I get it.
Or is it like a truce for now?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I mean, it took its eye, and the prize.
It lost a lot in the process. I mean, but that was the other thing too. Like again, it comes back to that predator thing, right? So when it beats like the crocodile, like it does this mighty roar. Like every time it was killing things, it was like, I'm the champion, doing this thing, So I'm like, well, maybe it's almost like a hunter itself, where it is enjoying that.
Yeah.
Anthony, I will definitely have to show you this movie whenever you get feeling better. I think you would actually enjoy it. Because
did he comment?
No, I'm just saying the reason I say that, he said before, I'm a fan of the creature from the Black Lagoon, and I wanted to check this out, So sometime I'm sure might do a future watch party just for fun, with this movie, show him it. I think he would enjoy it. I like the creature design. I like how okay, so there's the heart scene, and that is interesting to me. Well,
if anything, Wolf, I don't think it's going to worry too much about the creature itself, but from a storytelling standpoint, you might help you a lot, because it does have like a pretty good, strong story. It has a few holes in it, but nothing major. Like I thought, again, that two of the actors did a good job. It had, if you ever seen Enemy Mine, it has a lot of that in there, which is nice. So if you're looking for that kind of like storytelling, I thought they did a good job, especially at the end on the ship. I thought that was a nice job with the cigarettes and all the other stuff. So very detailed oriented with that.
Yeah.
I definitely think that like the scene where you see the creature rip out the heart is eerie but interesting, cool looking. I like the practical effect, how they kept that, instead of like a CGI kind of style. I don't know how they did that. That'd be something to
just special effects. Like you just have like Alien and all, or The Thing and stuff. You just have really good special effects. Like you're still gonna find some directors and special effects artists in movies these days. Like if you have ever seen Itsy Bitsy, they work on like practical effects too. So it's rarer, but like you'll still find directors that would play around with that kind of stuff with like, bigger movies. Like Tony and I watch a lot of lower budget stuff where they use a lot of practical effects, but when you see it on the more mainstream films, it's very rare, but it's cool when they do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
True.
The special
What
effects
the
and
hell?
monster design. I agree with what this review says on this site. I agree that it says the special effects and monster design are quite solid for what appears to be a modest budget project, particularly with the use of practical blood and gore effects. The approach works well in low light, where the filmmaker can observe or intentionally hide any imperfections. I think monsters, especially mythical creatures, are most effective when they don't fully reveal themselves. They're often best when lurking in shadows, letting viewers' imaginations run wild. In daylight, however, the creature appears less frightening and its flaws become more apparent. It almost makes you wonder if the filmmaker intentionally made the creature look like a man in a rubber suit, especially in close-up shots.
I don't know. I mean, I was pretty convinced. I mean, they did a good job with the jaws.
Yeah.
If I know Tony will admit this too, like if you've ever seen the stills from Predator when supposedly Jean-Claude Van Damme was going to be the Predator, like it was ridiculous. Like it looked way worse than what you saw with this creature. So, I mean, granted, it's a long time ago, but still, what they ended up becoming with the Predator was amazing compared to what they were planning on going with. So,
Yeah. That's for sure. Oh, maybe that's what the jaw line is for this. Maybe that's like a nod to the old Predator.
possibly. I mean, like I said, this film has like a lot of, whether it's influenced or not, just from a lot of other films. Like even some of the other reviews I saw said that it has like that Predator vibe in it, So clearly we're not the only ones that picked up on that.
No. And even like when they slide down the hill, it's like, you could feel their pain, and then they land like separate places, and he lands on that tree, and he falls again down on that rock and hits his face. It's like, oh, I felt like that pain on him. It's like, damn, this actor's going through some
I'm like, dude, you got so lucky falling on that branch.
Oh,
like, holy shit.
Yeah. And then he falls in the water, and then it's like, hey. Except that I'm like, well, the only thing is this one, they're not going to use the whole. They're cooled off, and he won't be able to see him or something, because it's like you can't do that. But it was definitely like the shouting, because they're like, he did it, like you said, a few times. There was Predator throughout this like whole movie, but like I didn't even care. Like I loved it. I loved that part. I like how it was, its own little thing in the beginning, and then but the only thing is, like, this happened like in one night.
Yes.
Like one night. So it's like they should have at least had it span a little longer so that they're on the island for a while. And
that's why when we talked about their communication, if you do it longer, then you can say, yeah, okay, they started building similar ways to communicate, but because this is all happening over a course of a day, it's like it's hard to believe that they picked up on it that quick.
Right.
I definitely think Entertainment Headquarters, Anthony Jordan, and Big Bad Wolf would all like this. I don't know, though, if Kevin would, but I think Kevin might actually. This might be a Kevin type of movie also, if the practicality, the monster creature, like, the Predator, how it's that style,
Yeah.
I do like the sword play for sure. I like how eventually they communicate through body language, or they use gestures. I like how it's like they find a World War II airplane locked down in the film as well in the water, and I think that's interesting. It sets up what kind of a mid climax in a sense, because it's one of the character Bronson's demise, and it's sad, but you had to find a way somehow, some way to get rid of, to eliminate this creature, to at least weaken it or anything. You would have, but like Anubis said, you would have thought an explosion or something would have gotten rid of this creature. But no.
Nope.
No.
Negative. It's a fish. All it did was fry it.
I like how the chemistry for sure. This review said, I actually find this the creature size and strength seem inconsistent throughout the film. At times it appears enormous and incredibly powerful, like during its initial encounter with the Japanese soldier in the cave, or when it kills a crocodile. Yet later it appears much smaller and is simply cornered by Saito and Bronson, retreating to his cave. I like also how the crocodile part, where I think that was interesting. And then I like how Saito, he has a gun. He finds a gun eventually also. It's like they're both armed with guns now, and they're able to do stuff with the guns.
Well, that's the other thing too, right? So we, like as Tony mentioned, the male seemed like he was shot in the head by the pilot in the parachute. But when I think Bronson's actually shooting at the creature when early on in the film, it doesn't even really affect the creature at all. So it's like it's kind of hard to gauge, like, all right, well, how much of this creature's armor and how much of it is just a miss on the director not understanding that he set something up one way, especially with the explosion and the sword later, and then showing us something different. So it's a little confusing, like how this creature survives certain things and then all of a sudden gets hurt by other things. It just doesn't make a lot of sense.
Could it? This is probably not even why, but could it be because of the gun? Because the first gun was like a certain other kind of gun. I don't know what kind of gun it is. And then later on, it's like the gun that was on the paratrooper. So could that gun be more powerful and at close range? I don't know.
Possibly.
I don't know. But I like to say they probably didn't think like that.
No, they're just trying to make entertainment. So, I mean, obviously sometimes you have to just like set aside all the, details and say, okay, just have fun with it. Just go with it,
Also, where did the hole in the ground come from? Like, who dug that?
I wonder if I'm just making a theory here. What if the airplane was the one that caused the hole in the ground?
Or are you talking about
the one right in front of the paratrooper?
Oh, yeah.
It was like a little, kind of like a pit where the other gill man was. It's like, who dug that? And I don't know. It was weird. That was like a weird thing. I feel like there should have been spikes in it or something.
Yeah.
But then again, who did that? Because he was trapped in that parachute.
I think also the baby was interesting. Also, you see it writhing in the little coffin thing. I don't know what if it's like it's hanging down in the under.
It's like in a cocoon type of thing.
Yeah.
At first, man, I got spooked. I was like, "Is that like a spider web? Like, I don't want to see a big spider."
I don't know what that was at first. Yeah. Like a big loogie.
But the cocoon that baby just kicking in there is interesting. I'll say that much.
Now, if he could have had some real fun, of course, they would have had to get major rights to it. But them walking in that cave, dude, if it would have been like a face hugger nest in there, I'd be like, oh shit.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, when that it was bad enough to shot. It's like, but then the thing falls out and just keeps tumbling, and I'm like, oh my god, they're showing that. And the thing got shot right in the head, and it was like, I laughed, like, not as like it was funny, but like at it, like, oh my god, I can't believe that. And then it's like such a heart melting kind of moment they're supposed to have. And I get it, it's like, fuck these guys, this is my house kind of shit.
Also, this has won awards. I don't know if you can see on the poster, but there's awards listed on the poster.
Well, that doesn't always tell you it's a good film, though.
Well, I know. No, but
we'll tell them. We'll tell them all if it's a good film.
Yeah, I know.
We're already experts secrets here.
Yeah.
Don't be paid us to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also I think with the ending, it could leave for a sequel in the future.
Well, of course. I mean, the door is wide open for that.
Yeah, the cast.
Although I don't know if it can procreate anymore.
I mean, you would have to look up the budget for some Indonesian site because the director was an Indonesian that directed it, and then Shudder somehow got the rights to it in America.
Oh, that doesn't matter. I mean, sometimes other directors will pick up a sequel and say, okay, I got the budget. I'm going to make my own version of what this should be. And then they're going to play off of that and then do whatever. Yeah. That's how you get like Howling 2. or New Moon Rising. It just really goes downhill from there. So anybody can pick up shit after a while.
I haven't watched past 1.
Watch 5 and then nothing else.
Do we want to give our final thoughts and rating on this movie?
Nope. Good night.
Since Tony's our guest, we can go first.
You want me to go first? Final thoughts and ratings. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I thought like we said 100 times, the practical effects were great. I enjoyed the kills in this. It was a heartwarming story through different ways, not just the 2 guys that land on there, but with the creature and all the shit that it went through. But it sucks you have to read here and there, but it didn't bother me too much. But I still would rather not do it. The design of the creature looks really cool. I like that it had obviously a shout out to the original Gill Man.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy gumbo, yeah. And also the vibe of the Predator. I'm sorry, it's there in Enemy Mine. Everything we said, but it's a fun creature movie. I wouldn't say it's like amazing or great, but I think it's a nice popcorn flick. Sit down and just hang out and watch it and enjoy it. But yeah, I'd say it's probably I like this 7. I'd say a 7.
The one up from Toxic Avenger that you did on Wednesday.
That was rough.
That was really rough.
Worst movie I've ever seen though is Begotten.
Oh, I like that because you're talking about the one that has like no talking in it. It's just like a short thing.
Oh, it's not short. It's like an hour and a half. Black and white.
Yes. Yeah, it's different to say the least.
Oh,
I mean, it's not a great movie, but I don't think it's the worst movie. I've seen tons of worse movies than that.
Worst movie I've ever seen.
I'm gonna make that a pick at some point.
You do, and I'll have to find an Alvin's in. You're out and Alvin's in. If he picks that movie, Alvin, you're in. Ghouls, and he's out.
Dude, this dude made me watch, what was it? Henry VI or whatever the fuck that was. Bill Cosby film.
Leonard Part 6.
That was bad.
Yeah.
But no, okay, so back to this movie. Yeah, I agree. It's a cool movie. I think people are kind of overrating it just a tad in terms of their praise. Like it has some cool things about it, obviously, but it does draw from a lot of different things, and sometimes that's fine. Like you said, it's a good popcorn flick, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back and watch this again. And that's not to say it's bad, but I don't see myself owning it or really wanting to watch it again. But 7 out of 10 is fine. Like it's a decent popcorn flick, and that's about it. Like I'm not going to overly praise it or bash it. I think it's fine. It's not no issues really for me with there.
I like the creature design. I like the story. I think it's fresh. It's unique. It's fun. The music was pretty good. I like the setting and how, everything. I like the flashbacks that they use at the ending also to kind of tell the story, to like summarize, what happened on the island. So you could get like a quick recap in case, I guess you could say you could skip the monster stuff and just watch the recap and you understand the story. But I'm joking. You have to watch the full movie itself to understand the story as well, because there's a lot of cool, interesting, monstrous details.
Right.
But for me, this is probably an 8 out of 10, I would say. So I'm going to go 1 up from 7 and go to 8. But I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's fun. I would definitely say anybody that's never seen it, check it out at least once. I think anybody that's a fan of the Creature from the Black Lagoon or Predator or any of those movies or franchises, go check them out.
Yep.
Upcoming content and all that stuff. We'll start with Tony.
I don't know. I have Ghouls next week, and
you have your pick too.
My pick, I picked Grotesque for Ghouls, and you picked
Catacombs.
Are you joining him on Fear the Wolf on Monday?
I'll be there. I'm not sure if Tony's there for that one or not.
I don't remember.
That's the one. That's the one with Cursed, Wolf, and Were.
No, I don't think I said I was going to be on that one.
Okay.
I don't know. I have to look on my calendar.
Yeah,
I have it written, but it's like behind Kermit. So
Okay.
sorry.
I just did Kermit there.
Yeah, that, and then like Thursday night, I'm on Sarah's channel on My Flock Everywhere, and I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. I think today was like the last major day I had, because I remember this being like the last like thing. The Monster Island.
Yeah. Yeah, so Monday I'll be on Entertainment Headquarters for Fear the Wolf for those films, and then of course Ghouls on Wednesday with Tony. Thursday I'm gonna have to be subjected to another one of NECA's rated R for rom-coms. What did she pick? Crazy Stupid Love. So that one I'm gonna be subjected to review that with her. Then on Saturday, I'll be with Kevin again for his last Fear the Wolf, which is Werewolves, Dog Soldiers, Late Phases, and then Howl. And then, of course, Silver Screen Savants, which would be his pick for Nightmare on Elm Street with DJ Neko.
And Anubis and whoever. I think Anthony had said he wanted to join us for that one as well.
It's fine. Yeah. Tony can too if he wants.
Well, boy,
yeah. I've reviewed that one to death too. I'll be in the chat.
Yeah, he'll just harass everybody.
Yeah, I'll throw his off topic and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't let Big Bad Wolf talk at all.
Well, hopefully he won't mistake a link for another like watch party and just jump on a random half naked. Yeah.
And that's on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all in its glory. It sure the fuck is.
Somebody clip it, I hope.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you don't have to clip it. Just go to the last 5 minutes. He's there. I was like, thank God he wasn't jerking it. That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Members only. Yeah, my Patreon. If you want to see exclusive content,
right? Join our locals for only $4 a month.
And
John's like,
you'll get to see why we call him the Big Bad Wolf.
I'm a naughty wolf. Go ahead.
As for me, for upcoming content, we have our Gears of War series, me and Gojira 85. I'm still waiting to hear back from him on Messenger, in fact. I think he's busy with life right now. I understand. Oh, sorry. He's talking to you guys.
I already made that joke. I said you have big toenails.
Also,
yeah, there's nothing else that's big. It's just those toenails of yours.
we have Killer Croc for unboxing comics. Hey, Bronny, this is a adult
This is
rated.
the uncensored version.
What did we say?
Bronny, please stop. Thank you. It's my channel, so
I only know English, or else I would give him another language. If I knew Klingon, I would speak
I
it.
think he was talking. Oh boy. We have Henshin Revolution podcast. Our first episode will 1 through 4. Okay. I don't know. We have Henshin Revolution podcast, episode 1 through 4 of Android Kikaider from 1970 something, I think. And then also we have Henshin Highlight, which is the lore show, the tokusatsu stuff. Okay, I don't get it. He hit somebody.
I don't know.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh wait. Oh, so was it something he had to mute in chat?
He fought. Brownie. He's fine. He's talking about what happened.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, Brony's just doing his job. It's fine. He doesn't know John, so
yeah, maybe we'll introduce him.
I'd rather have my mods make sure first.
You know what? You got a good eye though. You got to watch him. He does get out of line.
Yeah.
Also,
John talks a lot of shit, so if he's talking shit about me, you can delete that shit all day. I don't care.
Me too.
Also, we have Silver Screen Savants on Saturday the 25th. We could actually run that the 24th if you want to as well. It's up to you. I don't know your schedule next week.
Yeah, we good, man. You're good. I didn't realize what you were referring to. You're good.
And then also, I know we have an eventually future interview possibly with Todd. Have
you heard back about that? Because I really want to see that fucking movie.
I'm still waiting to hear back. He said as soon as I have the thing for it.
I'm so about werewolves in space. Let's fucking do this.
Yeah. But I think that's all the content. And in November for Savants is going to be probably Bond, mostly.
Getting back to Bond. Bonding with Bond.
Bang! And yeah. Bronny, we're all good. Hey, John, he's talking to you in chat.
Yeah, that's good they let you off your lease. Now you don't have to pay anything.
You missed what Anthony said about Tony. He says calls him Tony the Tiger or something.
Oh,
let him off his lease.
Great.
Was your lease too high, my friend?
But this has been Silver Screen Savants horror review number 10, Monster Island from 2025. And all channels are in the description. If you haven't, go check them out. And we will see you next week for Savants with A Nightmare on Elm Street.
There you go.
See you then.
Bye.